Hello, good morning, everyone. Very warm welcome to babycode free IELTS tip session. So, as you know that we are coming up with the tips part, and I'm providing you lots of tips. So today is our session about IELTS listening tips, and today I'm going to provide you 10 tips for answering your map and plan labeling questions. Now, map and plan labeling questions are very challenging and they are tricky also, and test takers do face difficulty while attempting these questions. And when was the last time like you asked a person for direction? So if you're going to ask me, it was long time ago, right? So we need some help, following the directions or descriptions when you hear when answering a map or plan labeling questions in the part 2 of your listening test. So good news is here that I'm going to provide you 10 tips to answer these type of questions. IELTS listening map and plan questions. Let's start by looking at what exactly what IELTS listening map and questions are so that you know what to expect in your test, right? There are two different ways basically that map and questions, the labeling questions are presented. So let's have a look at the first way. This is the first way. Now see the first way, numbered questions are on a map, right? See here 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. And possible answers in the alphabetical order A to I, right? Letters are there. This is the first way. Second way to get a plan or a map labeling is that alphabets, the letters are there in the map and the numbers are in the question form. So these are the two ways to get a map or a plan labeling question. Now, this is very important to know because you will see below that the questions are presented gives you a clue about how the information and recording is organized, right? So remember, you have only limited time to look at the listening questions before the recording starts. So it's important to make the best use of this time. So let's have a look at tips which you need to know before you start listening to your recording. First tip is read the instructions and the title of the map or plan if you can see that there is one. Check if the numbered questions are on the map or plan or below it. Most importantly, identify if there is likely starting place. For example, an arrow, an entrance to a building, or a park like the main gate in the plan above, right? Second is circle or underline labels on the map. Check if there is compass, as these will probably be included in the recording as part of the directions and description. It's just south of the adventure playground. Next tip is if the numbered questions are on the map or plan, check if the questions go in order from bottom to top or left to right, right? As this is going to tell you how the information in the recording will be organized and it may indicate where the recording will start. You can see in the example question 11 to 17 in the plan above, they go in order from bottom left to the top and then to the bottom right. Okay, so if the possible answers are on the map and plan, remember these do not tell you how information in the recording, right? For example, location C or location D may not be mentioned before the location D, right? So look at the list of places you need to identify, but don't try to remember them all, as you can look at the list while listening or after listening if you have taken notes during the recording. So try to take notes during the recording also. Next thing is some tips which you need to focus, which you need to remember while you're listening to your recording. Very first is if you follow these tips, you will be less likely to get lost during listening part. And if you do get lost, you will be more able to quickly find your place again. Very first is draw your place on the map or plan as you listen, because this will keep you focused on following the directions or descriptions. If you do get lost, listen for mention of one of the labels on the plan so that you know where you are again, right? The information point in the plane above. Next is listen for words and phrases that tell you the direction to move in or where something is, right? For example, walk straight ahead, opposite on the left, as this will help you follow the directions, descriptions, and then you can identify your answer. Next tip is listen for locations given in the numbered questions or possible answers, as the recording will use these names, not synonyms. Example, recording for the map above will include outdoor gym, not exercise equipment. Okay. Next is try to avoid distractors as alternative, but incorrect answers will be mentioned in the recording. That means distractors will be there, so try and avoid them. Remember, you are allowed to draw on the listening question paper in the paper test of IELTS, right? So you can make a use of it. Now, tips for what you have listened. Now, one last tip in case you miss any of the answers while listening is you can guess any answers you don't know. You won't lose marks for wrong answers and you could guess right also. So good luck and do follow these steps for before starting of the recording, during listening to the recording, and then after what you have listened. So keep practicing and keep learning for your IELTS listening module, and do follow these steps for map and plan labeling questions. Stay tuned for more tips and strategies so that you can boost your overall IELTS score, and do attend our live session at 4 to 5 p.m. every day, Monday to Friday. Bye bye. Take care, all of you. Do practice.